wrestling fans, thanks for clicking today's Doretta D. Rose report. Alright, keep it with the storyline from last night's Raw. Ricardo Rodriguez tweeted the following today. Poor guy. He said, when I was 16, I broke both my ankles and almost had to have one of them amputated because of swelling due to infection. Such a horrible experience. It was an experience I wish I would never have experienced ever again. And after last night's, all those memories came back. He said, I wish I could explicitly tell Jack Swagger how I feel about him, but I know we got a lot of children out there. Just trying to stay positive as can be with a situation like this, so let's just play the game of hangman. Big E Langston, by the way, is currently the WWE Superstar website, or my thumb. WWE website's got an article up where they spoke with Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair about Triple H and his career possibly ending at WrestleMania 29. Ric Flair says he's too young to leave the business and has too much to offer. If he doesn't wrestle again, no matter how much time he spends working in the office with the company, he'll be miserable. He needs to be in the ring. That's who he is. H is a student of the business and is studying and loved it since he was a young man. Reflection in those, you could see it in him. And I think he needs to stay active and keep contributing, to the ring. Can't stay backstage or in the office. You'll get bored with that real fast. HBK, he said, certainly believe that he's got a lot of responsibilities and plenty to keep him busy. That I think he'd be content. He's always had a level head on his shoulders, more so than me. So from that standpoint, I think he could. Could he say absolutely no more? Not even here or there? So I don't know. So I think that's always the million-dollar question for all of us. I think Michaels might be back for WrestleMania. I'm not sure. Hey, by the way, Steve Austin is taping his debut episode of the Steve Austin Show on podcast tomorrow. Fans can send their questions in for topics for discussion at questions at steveaustonshow.com. Or you can tweet him with the hashtag of SAS. As noted before, I don't know if a podcast is free or not. I thought most of them you had to pay for. As noted before, Ric Flair stated on Facebook that he will not be appearing at WrestleCon event during the WrestleMania weekend. Flair had previously announced that he's going to be appearing with his girlfriend, former WCW valet, Fifi the Maid. Apparently, Flair never spoke to WrestleCon promoters, and it was his girlfriend who negotiated the appearance. Flair was to receive $15,000 for the Sunday afternoon appearance, half in the form of check when he showed up, and the other half in cash at the end of the day. We don't need that. Anyway, there's some kind of talk of having Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns go over Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show at WrestleMania 29, leading into the big, long-awaited Orton heel turn. And another big heel turn in the way, maybe old Kofi Kingston. The Diva match at WrestleMania 29 may end up being an 8-Diva action with the Bella Twins, Layla, Tamina Snuka, taking on Caitlyn, Cameron, Naomi, and TV personality Marina Munoz. She likes to get in the ring for about 2 or 3 seconds, doesn't she? Payday. Triple H took the top spot at this week's ESPN WWE Power Rankings, followed by Brock Lesnar, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, and Big E. And a trio of Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show. ESPN article took a shot at last night's Raw, stating that it will go down as one of the historically bad nights in wrestling television. Clear signal, he said they need to do something maybe to end their 3-hour experiment. TNA taped their Hardcore Justice pay-per-view earlier today, which is going to be airing later this year. Well, whenever they feel like it. If you don't want to hear it, scan my little bar down here a little bit forward. But here's some results of it. Tag team ladder match, Christopher Daniels and Kazarian defeated Generation Me. Homicide Hernandez defeated the New Church. ODB defeated Jackie Moore in a hardcore knockout match. Hardcore Gauntlet match. Shark Boy wins over Gunner Crimson, Devon Storm, Little Guido, Funaki, Sam Shaw, Johnny Swinger, Too Cold Scorpio. Shark Boy. I wonder if he's still doing his Austin deal. James Storms, Magnus, and Hardcore Holly. Yep. Defeated DOC, West Briscoe, and Knox. Monster Balls match. Joseph Parks defeated Judas Messina, and Messina was escorted to the ring by James Mitchell. Remember him? Tag team table match. Jeff Hardy and Spike Dudley defeated Team 3D. How could that happen? They're the Lord and Master of them. Monday's WWE Raw score on Trender TV social media score of 275,000, down 11% from last week, which was the lowest score for Raw since February 11th. Isn't it odd? Maybe people are watching the TV now instead of farting around on their phones, missing the whole show. Raw ranked number 2 on cable TV. Ratings with the Heat versus Celtic NBA game, which drew over 1 million in social activity. Here's a little bit of a WWE Fallout video from behind the scenes. It says in the Fallout video, WWE talks to AJ about the scheme behind her skipping during the Hell No team match. Plus, Pancake Patterson consoles Darren Young after his loss to John Cena. TNA World Heavyweight Champion Bully Ray. Things happen just at the heat of a moment. Heat of the moment. It's just, people are hyped when they get out of the ring. TNA Heavyweight Champion Bully Ray got into a heated altercation with the fans last Thursday, which I told you about, after Impact Wrestling's taping in Chicago. While Aces and Eights were leaving ringside, through the crowd, Bully Ray got into the fans' face, seemingly unprovoked, and unleashed the following anti-gay attack on him. He said, "Sit down, you faggot." Yeah, he says, "What are you going to do about it? You ain't going to do a damn thing about it. You got punked in your own freaking town." Says, "I'm punking you out in front of your daughter. You got punked. You invented fags, you fag. You invented, that don't sound right." Says, "You should have did something already. You should have did something already, but you ain't going to do nothing. I'm punking you in front of your hometown. You freaking queer. You shave your freaking chest." I've heard Bubba Ray speak before, but I don't know if I've ever heard him talk about nothing. I don't know. He must. Anyway, Bully Ray's no strangers to riling up the crowd with his words. Back in ECW, he would talk often across the line at all the, at the times, with several of his promos nearly inciting riots against ECW's mature fan base. They had mature ones there, I guess. Both Bully Ray and TNA Dixie Carter, president, tweeted the incident and apologizing for his contact. Bully Ray said, "I made inappropriate comments to a fan in Chicago. If one was offended by this, I would apologize. No harm meant." How could you be offended by that? Duh. Anyway, Dixie said, "I heard Bully Ray made inappropriate comments to a fan in Chicago. This will not be tolerated. Sincere apologies on my behalf of TNA." It won't be tolerated, but yes, it will. Hey, JBL noted on Twitter that he, despite some major flight troubles, he will return to commentary on tonight's SmackDown from Cincinnati. And Punk has been pulled from all live events until WrestleMania 29 for a number of reasons, including him being physically banged up. People include Punk are still downplaying the arm injury that he suffered in the Raw match against Kane, and WWE officials want him fresh and ready for the big match at WrestleMania 29. That's the main one too, one of them. Speaking of Punk, there's a lot of people not happy with his backstage segment at last night's Raw, where he juggled around Paul Bearer's urn and taunting the Undertaker. The feeling is that wasn't as good as Punk Bear Taker stuff from the week before, and it's just one bad deal for WWE. And in general, bad judgment. On a related note, it was said that some kind of an issue between Punk and WWE Creative right now, but don't know what those problems are. When I do, I'll let you know. Maybe Bubba Ray can come in and settle it, huh? Alright, noted last week Jack Swagger teased that he might be using a big 18-wheeler for WrestleMania 29 entrance. Swagger's still using the truck on his tout videos from Monday afternoon. And Matt Striker spoke that WWE 2013 Hall of Famer to be Booker T on the WWE app during last night's Raw. He said Booker T talked about how overwhelmed he was to be inducted. Booker T indicated that he's not retired, but did say that Harlem Heat, his legendary tag team brother, Stevie Ray, will be reuniting at the Hall of Fame. Thanks for clicking, you guys. Me and Max has got to go.